Yo, 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 welcome back to Hunt Recovery. We just don't look for recovery, be hunt for it, no matter how close, no matter how far, no matter how wide, no matter it's super skinny, it don't matter, we're gonna go find that joint. Now today, I brought AJ back with us today. And we are going to do a music review, because I ain't did a music review for you guys in a long time, so I'm trying to bring something back. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, you know how I do. Anyway, we're going to do a music review on the song Someday by Hi-Raz and Jordan Myers. I think that's how you say his name. Anyway, if it is, I don't know. Y'all comment down below and tell me how. But I guess you couldn't even tell me because you would just write the name down, so that really wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just still probably gonna say it wrong. Anyway, it's a good song. It's a good recovery song. I like it. I listened to it, and then actually my mom sent me this song a while ago, and she asked me to do a music review on it. But I've just been super busy, you know, doing other stuff. But anyway, I'm definitely gonna do it today. So you know what I'm saying? Bear with us. And you know how I do, we're gonna listen to the song a little bit. Oh, before I get started, let me put it this way. I do not have, do not have, what is it called? What? I don't have, hold on. Sorry guys, I had to look it up. This is the first time I had to say this, but I have to say this so YouTube don't monetize my video. I don't have rights to this song, so I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just letting that know right now so people don't get it confused. I do not have rights to this song, but it's a great song and I want to do a review on it. I'm sure Hi-Raz and Jordan would not mind if I did it, you know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. Who knows, huh? Who knows? I guess if I get an email from them, then we're going to find out. You know what I mean? Type stuff. But they all about recovery. This recovery channel, I think, it'd be a good thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, I just had to say that, you know, because I don't have rights to this song. I say it one more time so people know. But anyway, let's just get to the video. Let's get to the song. Let's get it popping. Good song, guys. If you ain't heard it, go check it out. They're good artists. I like a lot of their songs. They're A-okay with me. You know what I mean?
I really like the beats. It's very catchy.
He said, someday I would, said, someday I'll be free from all the stress because I made my life a mess. And that is true. Like, to me personally, like when I was doing all my stuff and stuff like that, I did make my life a mess, you know what I'm saying? A real mess. It was all crazy, messed up. Like I did some crazy stuff and like my life became unmanageable. It became a mess. It was just messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because all the crazy things I was doing, drinking, doing drugs, doing criminal activity. So I can feel that even that first part of the song, A-okay, I like it. It was it just hits home. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And he said, someday I'll be free from all this stress. And that's true. Guys, you know how many times I was stressed out because, you know what I'm saying, all the doing the drugs and the drinking and the criminal activities. I know I had to go to court. I'm getting charged with this, getting charged with that. You know what? That stuff's some stressful stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's some really stressful stuff. And I ain't gonna lie about it. But you know what? I can't blame none of myself. And he said, because I made my life a mess. What do you think? What that's hitting like for you? What would you?
I say that, like, yeah, I agree with you first and foremost. But then it's just something that I feel like we can all kind of identify with a little bit because, you know, we will be free from the stress and, you know, I just can understand how he feels.
Definitely can. Life be stressful, y'all. Life be some stressful stuff. You know what I'm saying? And shoot. I don't know. And someday we will be free from it. Definitely will. Especially if we do what we gotta do. Anyway. He said, someday I will break the chains that hold me down, and I'm gonna turn my life around. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? To me personally, I ain't gonna front. To me personally, I definitely feel that stuff only because, like, I was in chains in jail. You feel me? Like, they was lock my ass up. Guess what? I was all kinds of chains, especially when you go to court. I don't know. You see me when I went to court. Yeah, the chains in your legs and your around your arms. Like, motherfucker, where the fuck am I run to? Like, come on now, bro. You got me messed up. But definitely. Them chains need to be broken, you feel me? And absolutely, and it ain't just, you know, like I said, my shit is physical change, you know what I'm saying? But it was mental change too, because like I always thought like I couldn't amount to nothing, I couldn't accomplish nothing, like all I was gonna be was a criminal and a drug addict or a drunk, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, and that's just change to me, like that's what it means to me anyway.
And then he says, I'm going to turn my life around. So after he breaks his chains, he turns his life. Like, as soon as you break those chains, your life is turning around.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely work, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it, you know what I'm saying?
It's not easy.
It ain't easy, but that's a good line. I like that. That's a good line. Definitely, that's 100% true, guys. And you will turn your life around. You just got to break that mental change or the physical change, whatever the change you in, you just break them, and you'll be all right. Definitely. Let's see what else he's talking. Let's see what else he's talking about. Now that part right there is I thank God every day that he turned my life around. I was living fast and he said I was living fast a life and I didn't think I was gonna make it out. I think that's, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the point is, like, I can definitely relate to that because, like, when I was living a fast life, bro, I didn't even think I was gonna make it out. You know what I mean? I really didn't think I could ever make it out that life. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely, especially when drinking all the time and stuff like that. Like I said before, like that became my normal life. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I used to live a fast life. You know what I mean? You can contest to that, like super fast, like not just like normal fast, like super fast, like Sonic almost. You feel me? I never sat down. I never even took time to enjoy life. You know how they say, you know what I'm saying? Take time to smell the roses. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never, you know, took time. Mm-hmm. What about you?
For me, yeah, I feel the same way. Like before you know it. You know, like your life just zoomed past you. And like once you slow down and take that time to enjoy life, you will actually enjoy life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It just feel refreshing.
And I will say one thing about her, like she was never doing drugs or drinking or nothing like that. But the criminal life, she never really did criminal activity either, but just being around me, you know what I mean, with me bringing like stolen stuff and like criminal, you know, drugs and stuff around her. Although she wasn't living that fast life, she was put into that fast life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, that's just the way it was. Especially one time I got into a car accident and I had drugs on me. And like, I wasn't going to tell the story on the internet, but I just tell all the story. I don't care. It is what it is. But she, you know, I was knocked out, guys. I was knocked out in a car accident. It was her car. And I was drinking and driving, and she took my drugs and gave it to one of my homeboys. But just even taking them drugs, you feel me, from me, if the police would have rolled up right then and there, they would have caught you. You know what I'm saying? So she kind of, well, my point was, she kind of got thrown into that fast life. You feel me? And she probably never thought you ever thought you'd make it out.
No, I knew he was gonna make it out. I didn't.
Probably the only way you probably thought you was gonna make it out if you left my ass, probably.
It came to a point where I felt that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I gave you I let you know. Remember?
Oh shoot! Can you hand me that charger? My bad. Technical difficulties. The computer was about to die. But anyway, let's keep going with this song though. In the liquor and the pills, man, I could have been drowned. I was struggling, but you couldn't even tell I was down. He said, in the liquor and the pills, man, I could have drowned. And like, I really was a pill popper, but I did a lot of other things. But liquor was my big thing, and I could have drowned. But he said, what did he say? And you couldn't tell I was down or something.
Yeah.
He said, so you couldn't tell I was down. And that's the true statement too.
I had to break down to break ground, but anxiety had me way down, like way down.
He said anxiety had me way down and way down. But back to the thing where you couldn't tell I was down, I would say like, you know, to that part, like I was the same way, you feel me? Because like I always made like, you know what I'm saying, made it seem like everything was cool, you feel me? Like it was alright, you know? And I think a lot of us do that in addiction because we don't want everybody just to know, you know what I'm saying, what we're going through. Which, you know,
I think to me personally, like family does see what's like going on, and like, you know, not like exactly, you know what I mean, like, but they can tell like something's off or whatever. And but like to yourself, you know, you thinking like I'm doing it, like I'm hiding this, you know, and you know nobody knows, but it's just like,
yeah, you think you hiding it, but you ain't hiding nothing. You know what I'm saying? People
right.
know you messed up regardless. You know, especially like people that's close to you because they know how you act when you're not drunk or when you're not high, and you act totally different. You know what I mean? So. Like you know what I'm saying, but I'm at like the point where people didn't know I was like you was down, like you know what I mean, because like I didn't act like there was nothing wrong. I always acted like I was always happy, everything was great, everything was like, you know, kinky dory, everything was like awesome, okay, but you know what I'm saying.
Even when it was like that, you were still helping people and looking out for people. Like I know, like you were doing like. You were doing criminal activities, but you still like, you know, try to help people through it.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people didn't know how bad I was hurting inside, you feel me?
Yeah, because you were hiding it so well.
Yep. I always thought I was happy. Oh, everything's fine, you know what I mean?
I knew.
Well, yeah, you knew. Yeah, but like other people on the streets didn't know. I see what else you say.
Way down, blessed every day I didn't take my life. Now I get to look deep in my daughter's eyes.
He said, blessed every day I didn't take my life, but I can look deep into my daughter's eyes. Now I can look deep into my daughter's eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I got a daughter. Y'all already know I got a daughter. And that is true. And not even just my daughter, all my kids. You feel me? Because I will say one thing though, don't matter what you going through, when you in addiction, I'll tell you one thing for sure, you don't want people to see you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't look people in their eyes. You don't, you know what I mean? You always try to look away, and that's like a defense mechanism. You know what I mean? And so now I can look at my kids' eyes and look in their face and see that they proud of me for the stuff that I've been through and the hard work that I've been making.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard, you know what I'm saying? It's very, very hard. So I understand that. And I want to say, I was blessed every day. I didn't take my life. I think that's what he said. But because I wasn't the one that wasn't gonna like kill myself or something like that. But I will say this: the life that I was living, I might as well have been.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because even if I didn't take my life physically, I could have did shit 20, 30 years, and my life is gone.
Yeah, but I kept going.
Yeah.
You know. Just simple as that, you know?
There's different ways, you know, you could take your life, you feel me? Well, mine wasn't the physical, like, kill myself, but mine was the mental, like,
self-destruction.
Exactly, self-destruction. I'm going until, like, my life is over, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. So, I was blessed, too, you know what I mean? That's why, like, personally, I can never go back to that lifestyle, you know, because I was blessed. All the stuff I was doing, man.
Then to now be here, you know, the stuff that you overcame. Yeah.
Definitely. So, and that's on anything. That's not even really in drugs. That's like anything in life. You feel me? Shoot. Because a lot of people be self-destruction. They ain't got to be doing drugs and stuff. You feel me? Just depressed and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So, see what else he's saying. So I don't care about the money, of course. Every day I wake up and give thanks to God. Well, that's kind of pretty much, you know what I mean? And you know what, actually I will elaborate on that. I wasn't going to elaborate on that. It's probably going to be a long video, but I just don't care at this point because this is important. I used to think that money was important, that money was everything. Now, like I was talking to AJ about this last night. I got a roof over my head and I got food, you know, I get food in my stomach and that's all I care about now. You know what I mean? All the clothes, the money, all this stuff, that don't really doesn't matter to me anymore. You feel me? I got past that stage, you know? So, and which is like, that's a good point, guys. As long as your kids got food, you got, you know, a roof over your head, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Like he said to me yesterday, everything else is a want.
Food and shelter is a need. You have to have that shit. Well, all that cars and shit, all this nice clothes and all that, that's just what you want. Which is all fine and good, but that's what it is though. It's a want. You know? Shit. I'm content right now with what, you know, roof on my head and walking everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? I would like a car, but you know what? I don't need it. You feel me? And when you get content with where you at now, then everything else will come. I learned that the hard way. You know? So, true. Let's see what else is here. True. He said, I never knew I would make it this far. And I'm hitting like that. That's hitting to me because I ain't never knew I would make it this far. I mean, even in recovery, I never knew you know what I'm saying? When people used to talk about recovery and things like that, I'm like, man, that's on them. You feel me? I can't do that. I always say I couldn't do that. I'm just too far. I'm out. You know, I've been drinking for too long. I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. Can't is never a word. You know what I'm saying? It's a word, but that you can do whatever you put your mind to, and that's a proven fact.
And you did.
Definitely did. It wasn't easy, but definitely did it, and still working on it every day.
Yep.
Shit, that's what we got honest. Turn my life around. Damn, I shouldn't be here right now. I should have been 6 feet. And that's just given. You feel me? There, shoot. I told y'all before, y'all. My mama said that. Like I thought you was going up dead. The life you was living, I thought I was gonna have to bury you. You know what I'm saying? That kind of hurt my heart. You know what I'm saying? For her to say that to me, I almost made me cry. I'm an emotional guy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but you know what I'm saying. But to hear her say that shit, you know, that shit kind of like touched me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's fucked up.
Right.
You know, with me having kids, I wouldn't want to bury my kids. I want my kids to bury me. You know, and that's what my mom said. I wanted you to bury me, not me bury you. But the life you was living, that's where you was headed.
Yeah.
Whatever reason, I know God picked me. I did things I'm not proud of. Please forgive me.
I did things I'm not proud, so please forgive me. Ain't that the truth? You know, I try to help other people I could in my life, but you know what? The other side I gotta think about is like how many people overdose because of drugs I gave them, or like, you know, I ruined their life. Maybe they wasn't even on drugs like that, but I gave them drugs. You know what I'm saying? As long as they had money, shit. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. And I was the type that person I gave motherfucking drugs even when they didn't even have no money. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? I'm like, shit. Here you go. You know, that was the type of person I was, you know? And not thinking of the consequences, you know what I'm saying, of my actions. You know, type shit.
To my fans, thank you for the love that y'all give me. Woke up with anxiety. Devil inside of me, I know that he would lie to me. But I ain't fighting me. I remember every day living like it was my last.
Right, I would live every day living like it was my last. No, I can go on for hours because, you know what I'm saying, that was me all the way 100%. Like, guys, that was definitely me every day. Like, there wasn't no tomorrow. But I do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? I do shit big. Either go big or go home. That's how my thought was. But, like, living every day like it was my last is true. And I know one thing, like, especially for AJ and my family and my kids and stuff, they didn't even know if that was the last time they gonna see me when they walked out the door. You feel me? Am I lying or?
Yeah, no, it's very much true. You know, I used to go out and try and find you, so yeah. But yeah, I like the part before that when he talks about anxiety. I think he said anxiety, the devil inside me tried to lie to me or something like that. And it's like, you know, it's constant, you know, like anxiety, especially like in the beginning when you're, you know, coming off of it. Because like your mind starts to thinking and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And reacting.
Well, like I said though, that's not even just drug use or alcohol use. That's in life in general.
Yes.
Anxiety takes over so many people nowadays. Like,
like I deal with anxiety. You know.
Yeah, she does, and she gets through it. But it's still hard for her every day. You know what I'm saying? She still got to fight through it. So, like I said, that's not even drug use or alcohol use. Anxiety is.
But that's something that I could relate to and understand.
Right. Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
As a person that's not, you know.
Yeah, that's not in recovery.
That's why I think this song is good for like people that are not in recovery and in recovery, so they can. Because
it hits everybody.
And you know we can understand because we can relate to it.
Right. It's relatable on multiple different levels.
Yeah.
Types. Yeah, definitely.
Living fast, didn't even give a damn if I crash.
Yeah. I already explained that one. Living fast, didn't even give a damn if I crashed. I mean, that was just, I told y'all about the crash that I got into. And I ain't give a damn, you know what I'm saying? I think he's talking about metaphorically, but I'm at physically and metaphorically, you know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck if I crashed in my life. Crashed and went to shambles, you know what I'm saying? Or nothing like that. At that point, I didn't care about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry guys, had a baby emergency. AJ had to leave us. She had to take care of the baby. But I want to thank her for coming through, but I'm gonna finish the song.
Fast forward, got a wife and kids.
He said, fast forward, got a wife and kids. Obviously. That's,
I got a whole lot of life to live.
He said, I got a whole lot of life to live. And that's the truth, guys. We got a whole lot of life to live. I'm 36 years old, but my life ain't over. You know what I'm saying? How I begin in it, how I think about it now, and that's the truth about the matter, that my life just started. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real, y'all. My life just started because of the fact of I wasn't living life for real then. I told y'all that many times before. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just starting life. You feel me? And that's just the way it is. But let's keep going, guys.
And I got a whole lot of love to give.
We got a whole lot of love to give.
Purpose, you just gotta find it.
Everybody has a purpose, you just gotta find it. And that is true. Don't you ever in your life think about you ain't got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? God, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, your higher power, whatever you want to say, they put you down here for a reason. Everybody got a purpose in this life. You know what I mean? So don't think that you don't. And that's for real. We all got a purpose in this life. You just gotta find it. You know what I'm saying? And now that you be sober, or if you want to get sober, if you're not sober now, you'll be able to find that more because your mind won't be so cloudy. You know what I'm saying? Someday, free from all distress, and run my life a mess. And someday I'll break, the things are gonna be down. I'ma turn my life around. So that's that song, guys. I like that song. Like I said, it was an awesome song. I just wanted to do a music review because I ain't did music review in a while. And like I said, I want to thank AJ for being here and reviewing the song with me. You know what I'm saying? I like you guys. I think you guys like when she come through and put her input in, because it's a different input, because, you know, she's not in recovery. She's never been in recovery. She's never been like where we've been. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's all right, because you get a different side of things, of how she feel, or how she looked at things and stuff like that. So, you know how I always think about it, I like to look at every side of the situation. You know what I mean? Because it's at this point, it ain't just my side. It's, you know, it's my loved one's side, the people that love me, and all that stuff. And that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? No, it's good. So y'all check out them. Like I said, it's Someday. It's a good song by Someday by Hi-Raz and Jordan Myers, by Jordan Myers. Go check that song out. Like I said, it's a good song. They got a lot of good songs out there, guys, and it's just awesome. So go check it out. Show them some love. You feel me? Go subscribe to their channels or whatever, and listen to their music. You feel me? Go listen, show them some love either way it goes, because this, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes I'll listen to their songs and I'm just like, it picks me up. Because, you know, like I said, my life even now is not like it's all perfect or whatever. Definitely ain't, you feel me? But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I was just saying a while ago, as long as I got a roof over my head and food for me and my kids, you know what I'm saying, and AJ and like whoever, you know what I'm saying, whoever, like, that's all I need. That's all I really need right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and you guys, you know what I mean? Y'all show me love, and y'all show me all kinds of support and all that, and I appreciate y'all 100%. I love y'all guys, and I hope that you guys feel, you know what I'm saying, starting to feel better. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a long journey, it's a hard journey. You know what I'm saying? But it's a journey that it could be taken and could be overcome. You know what I'm saying? You could overcome all those bad feelings, all those bad thoughts, all that stuff. It can be overcame, and trust and believe it. You know what I'm saying? I know, and like I said, I fight every day. You know what I'm saying? I still got demons that I'm fighting every day. So don't even think that it's just that. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I know this is a long video, but it was a good one, I think. So you already know what I always say. Super proud of you. Proud of all you guys. I love y'all so much. You already know what to do. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Put that subscribe button for me, please. Go ahead and put your comments down below. But you know what I'm saying? If you listen to the song, or how you think about the song, or if you like it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and put the comments down there. Just give this a fat thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Push that like button, push that like button for me, please. You know what I'm saying? Share this to all your platforms, your Twitter, your Bitter, all that. You know what I'm saying? Your Facebook, your Racebook. I don't know. Just go ahead and share it to all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? And I love y'all. And we want, like I said before, we want to think, hey, AJ, we could be in here. And y'all go put them comments down below, and thank you for coming through and giving her input. And I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.